So in this video I'll be taking a look at the highly anticipated DeltaMate GPU water block for the Asus ROG Astral RTX 5090 from Thermal Grizzly. If you watched our coverage of Computex, you will have seen that Leo got a first look at this and all the lowdown on how it's made from Joe Robey. Well, today I get to do the fun part and install this absolute beast of a water block on the Asus RTX 5090 Astral and take it for a spin. So this is the water block we're talking about. This is the brand new, and it is still pre-release, so it's a pre-retail version of the Thermal Grizzly DeltaMate ROG Astral RTX 5090 water block. And the first thing you notice when you grab hold of this is just how much this thing weighs. It's probably heavier than any other water block I've ever felt before. And there's a good reason for that, because there's a lot of metals that go into making this. So the actual water block Coldplate is machined from one piece of copper, 100% copper, and then it goes through various different processes to get it to look like it does, as you can see with this version. This is actually the water block that was used in a build at Computex that Thermal Grizzly was showing off. As I say, this is a pre-release or a pre-retail version, but I am told that this is identical to what the actual retail versions will look like and how they will perform. So we can put this onto the card and do a bit of testing of performance and thermals later in the video, but I'll quickly give you a rundown of the block and take a closer look at it. So as I say, you can't buy this just yet, but there is a blog on the Thermal Grizzly website showing you the timeline and the processes that it's going through in production. It is quite close to launch now, and if you want to keep up with the progress, if you're interested in this, check out the link on the Thermal Grizzly site. In terms of a price, I don't have a UK price, but it is suggested that this will be around $500 US. So grab a screwdriver and whip the backplate off this. The backplate is made from aluminium. I think it's an anodized finish. It is quite a smooth finish, a complete matte finish to this. I like the look of it, but you do have to be careful when you handle it because it does show up a lot of fingerprints, but you can wipe them off quite easily with a microfiber towel or something like that. So let's quickly whip the backplate off and have a closer look at this. I quite like this backplate. It isn't completely plain. There's no daft big logos or anything like that on there. Potentially though, you could use this as like a blank canvas if you did want to mod it in some way too, but it is good that there's no logos or colours interfering with any potential theme you've got going on in your system. One thing straight away when you take this backplate off is this kind of dummy PCB that's underneath it. This is a really smart idea, this. On here you can see there's all the locations of the screws, so the ones with the X on there, they're backplate screws, then the ones that are circled are obviously screws that go through this dummy PCB, or the actual PCB of the card, to the cold plate. And that's good because you can just lay this on the desk whilst you're installing it and you can see which screws you need to install at which time. It also shows you the layout of all the thermal pads. It tells you the thickness of them on there, and you can use these as a template to measure the thermal pads to cut them out. Another great thing about this as well is because it's got this dummy PCB attached to it, you can install it into your system before you actually attach the water block to your real physical card, and you can mock up your tubing runs and things like that. So several different useful uses for this dummy plate. You see it also comes with a PCIe slot bracket there. It's a 2-slot bracket that comes attached. There's a couple of screws that also hold that onto this dummy plate. So one of them goes through and threads to the cold plate. The other one, it's like a nut and bolt on this one, so there's a small nut on the other side. Take that off, and then you just really need to undo the rest of the screws that hold this in place. Around the cold plate where it mates with the GPU core, you've also got a tightening sequence there for tightening up the screws. So it's an X shape and it's labelled 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that's the correct way for tightening, so there's no worries about getting that wrong. So that's all the screws removed. You will be using those screws to attach the water block to the card, so you need to make sure you take care of those screws, don't lose any once you've removed this dummy PCB, then that dummy PCB just slips out quite easily. Then on the other side, you've got the layout of all the thermal pads there that will attach between the graphics card's PCB and the Coldplate, and you also got the names of all the engineers on there. I hope this makes it into the retail version because it is a really useful bit of the design, and I can't imagine it would be adding much expense onto the cost of the Coldplate anyway, so it'd be good to hope that that is in the real retail version. When you've got that dummy PCB off, you can see the copper cold plate. So as I say, this goes through several different machining processes. So the whole thing is loaded into the machine, machined down, and then it is glass bead blasted, which gives it this satin finish. And then it goes back into the machine again. All these mating surfaces, they're machined to a mirror finish, and then the whole thing is nickel plated. On the end here, you can see there's a terminal there. So there's the two fittings, your inlet and outlet fittings. There are a couple of different options, I believe, with that terminal. You can either have them coming straight out the back there, or you can have like a pass-through terminal where there's two fittings at each side, so it passes through. And then the black parts you can see on both sides. This is machined from aluminium, and then it's anodized with this black coating, completely matte finish to this, so it has no shine or sheen to it. A large windows, and then behind that window you can see that beautiful looking copper cold plate that's nickel plated with that satin finish, and all the rubber O-ring gaskets there that divide up the different sections of the waterway, so that'll stop any coolant bleeding through, because that can look quite ugly when that happens. It also illuminates with some ARGB light in this block, and it uses a standard 3-pin 5-volt ARGB cable. So that's the Thermal Grizzly DeltaMate ROG Astral RTX 5090 water block. I can't believe how much that weighs, that thing. Obviously the card that we're going to be attaching that to and testing that on is the Asus ROG Astral RTX 5090, probably the best performing graphics card or consumer graphics card you can get currently. I mean, this thing weighs a ton in itself, and it has an amazing stock air cooler and stock cooling system on it anyway. Performance of this thing is pretty flipping good as it is, but hopefully we will get some performance benefit by installing that block, but we'll check that out very soon, because I also want to just quickly show you something else from Thermal Grizzly, and it's these fittings. So these are the new DeltaMate fittings, and these have actually launched now. I think you can actually buy these now from Thermal Grizzly. There's several different fittings at the moment, maybe more will come later, but there's a hard tube fitting, so this is for 16mm hard tube. One thing you can see straight away with that is when you're cutting your tube, you cut it directly to this flat face here, so you can see exactly how long your tube needs to be. Put your tube up to that and then slip that collar over the top, and there you go with a compression fitting. There's also a 16mm fitting for soft tube, so that's a 10mm internal diameter and 16mm outer diameter. There's also rotary 90-degree fittings, a rotary T there, you can see, and then there's various different extenders. So there's a 28, a 14mm, a 10mm and a 7mm extension, and then a blanking plug, and these all use your standard G1/4" thread. So there's a quick rundown. I don't know all the detailed specifications and features of this DeltaMate water block yet. As I say, it is a pre-retail version. When we get more details of this, no doubt we will let you know. They're the new DeltaMate fittings, so you can get those now. So let's get this water block installed on the card and do a bit of thermal and performance testing. Before we install the DeltaMate block, we need to get some data from the Asus 5090 Astral with the stock cooler installed. So the card is installed in the test system and running the default clocks and default fan profile. The 3D Mark Speedway stress test has been running for about 20 minutes, so the card is fully up to temperature, and we can see the GPU core temperature is at 69 degrees Celsius. The VRAM temperature is topping out at 80 degrees Celsius. The GPU clock frequency with the stock cooler is 2800 megahertz. And running the 3D Mark Speedway benchmark with the stock Asus cooler gives us an overall score of 14,567. Now let's install the DeltaMate block and see how that performs. So the DeltaMate block is installed on the card, a DDC pump running at maximum RPM, and it's hooked up to a 360mm alpha cool radiator. It was easy enough to install the block to the card following the installation instructions. The only thing is you have to cut the thermal pads manually, but having that dummy PCB, that came in really handy as a template. So again, running the same 3D Mark Speedway stress test, and after 20 minutes with the DeltaMate block installed, we're seeing a GPU core temperature set at 57 degrees Celsius and the VRAM temperature peaks at 64 degrees Celsius. So that's an improvement about 12 degrees Celsius on the core and 16 degrees Celsius on the VRAM. The clock frequency with the DeltaMate block installed is improved by about 35 megahertz. We're now running at 2835 after the 20-minute stress test. With the DeltaMate block installed, the card performance improved in the 3D Mark Speedway benchmark with an increased overall score of almost 14,800. More interestingly though is the time it takes the GPU core to reach its steady state temperature. With the stock Asus cooler, it almost instantly hits 68 degrees Celsius, but you can see from this line chart how the card with the DeltaMate block installed very slowly builds up temperature to reach steady state after about 15 minutes of full load. So no doubt if you are thinking of buying one of these cards and overclocking, the DeltaMate block will give you improved performance, no doubt, over the stock cooler. However, it is quite pricey at $500 US. What would be good is to test the retail version when it launches against some GPU blocks from alternative manufacturers. It'd be interesting to see how the performance of the DeltaMate block compares to those, but for now, a 12 degrees drop on the core and 16 degrees on the VRAM is certainly going to help if you are overclocking the card. So that's the Thermal Grizzly DeltaMate. Let me know what you think of this water block in the YouTube comment section. Let me know if you're thinking about buying one of these and using it, and also if you've got one of these somehow, let me know what kind of results you're seeing on your card too. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Kit Guru if you're not already a subscriber. If you enjoy what we do here at Kit Guru and you want to help support us, you can always head over to the store and pick up some merch. We're also on TikTok, and if you want to catch up on all the in-depth technical reviews, head over to our website.